We are live now, so there's that. Well, hello everybody. It's Shadows coming at you with a different type of review today. And as you can see, today we are going to be reviewing the Transformers Power of the Primes Dinobots. So, and just want to start off, this is just the 5 original Dinobots. I don't have Slash. There's really no need because, she doesn't officially go into the combined mode, which is why I got these guys in the first place. But anyway, so yeah, I'm doing this. I'm doing a live stream just because it's easier, honestly. And a few friends of mine, I asked them this morning, and they were like, "Yeah, do this." I was like, "Okay, so that's what we're doing." So here we go, and as you can see, there they are. Let me get them all out here. We got all of them, so back them up. This is gonna be fun to do. We got Swoop, Slug or Slag, whatever, Snarl, Sludge, and Grimlock. So, yeah, this is gonna be fun. So, I do have all their packaging. Let me, yeah, they're all here. Here's Snarls. So there's Snarls. Here is Sludges. I ordered Sludge and Snarl online because my Walmart sucks and I could not find them for the love of life. So yeah, and there's Slugs. So there's his. Okay, and oop, his instructions fell out. Here's Swoop and Slag. It's Slag, but you know, here's some people in the UK, because UK. And there we go. So, got that. Oh, and here is Grimlocks. So, Volcanicus right there. Just all the primes and the back. Really not going to focus too much on the packaging right now because, they're destroyed because I have yet to master how to do it. But anyway, so, yeah, I think... Ooh, I don't know how I want to do this. I should have thought about this before, but... we're going to take a look at all of them individually, just so, they get their own review and everything. So, bear with me, this is probably going to be a long video, but I'm going to try and hurry. So, we'll move all of them off to the side, and Angel, if you're watching this, this is why I hate Snarl. This right here. So, here we go. I'll just go with Swoop first, because I like him, so... so this is Swoop. He's pretty cool. I think out of all of them, he is kind of my favorite just because he looks good. Sorry, friends in the chat blowing it up. So, so here you go, and here's Swoop. I like it. It's very G1 reminiscent. I don't have any of the G1 Dinobots, so yeah, I'm sorry. But here you go, and he looks good. There's a lot of details on his wings, which are really cool. And, he hides his robot stuff pretty well. You can tell these are his arms and this is his chest and whatever, but, and these are his legs, but, it looks good. It's a nice little Swoop. He's a deluxe class, so he is kind of small, but, I wish these guys were bigger, but, hey, maybe a third-party company is going to upscale these guys, which, I think they already are, just the color schemes are like Power Rangers or something. It was weird, but anyway, we'll just focus on this guy. So, as of right now, you got some nice details up there. Oh, and when I get to Grimlock, I do want to point something out. But here you go. I would have kind of liked Blue Eyes, but I know this is like the G1 toy from what I've seen. But the beak can open, you fool. There you go. So it opens pretty wide. So you got that. So that's pretty cool. Hello, Doom. I see you in there. And yeah, so here you go. And You can move the head, so if you want to have this going on, you can. It kind of breaks his neck, but I mean, you can do it. You can't move it side to side or anything, and if you move this down, you know, it reveals his head, but mine's pretty loose, and I have an issue with the head, because you can see it's kind of crooked. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that, or just mine, but whatever. So, there you go, and you got his little dino feet, which can go like this, and, they can go all the way down for whatever reason, if you want to have him, like, perched on you or something, I don't know. But yeah, he's got his little dino feet, so he can stand down, or stand up, whatever. So yeah, and his wings can go far this back, this way, more so for combined mode and everything, and you got these hinges right here, so you can do whatever with them that you want, and there's hinges back here. Well, you can't do it right now because he's transformed, but these sections do move too, so. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to show off all the combined modes, so we'll get Swoop into his leg mode, but in, shoot, what is it? Yeah, for Volcanicus, I'm going to have him as the arm, because I just like how it looks as an arm, and yeah, you'll see why. I need to tighten this guy up a little bit, but anyway, to transform him, you just want to untab his arms. There's just a little tab right here that'll go into his waist, right in there. I don't know how well you'll see that, but it's right in there. So you want to rotate it this way, because this tab right here is going to go in that same place. Oh no, it goes right here in this side. So you want to do this, tab that in. Do it on the other side. And you want to flip this section up and put this right here. You want to take his legs, split it, move these down, untab them, and you want to do it like the very typical Combiner Wars. Just fold the feet up like this, bring his feet down. So do that. We'll move this up for clearance right now. So bring this down. It likes to fight me. Swoop, why you do this to me? Flip the feet down. So tab those back in and make sure that the feet are tabbed in, and bring this down. There you go. And you can bring the wings back like this, and you see these little tabs right here. They'll go right there. So you just want to tab them in. You need to bring the wings out just a little bit, but tab those in, and that'll tab in like that, and just move the wings down basically like this, so you don't untab anything. And the combiner port right here, flip them up, and take one of your feet. These do come with Grimlock, so you really can't do anything without Grimlock. Swoop does come with a hand, but I'll show that off. So you want to take this little, you want to plug it in there and make sure that's in, and boom, you have Swoop in his leg mode. And I'm sorry, I really don't like Swoop as a leg. I like him more as an arm, but I mean, hey, if you like him as a leg, have him as a leg. It's your toy. Do whatever you want. So bring this down, take that out. Now we will get into arm mode. So basically all you do for arm mode is untab his legs, bring them down again, bring them down back to how they were, tab them in, come on, tab in, and then you want to rotate it, and so it's facing like this, and just bring the combiner port down and bring in the hand, plug this in basically where you put the leg in, and flip the hand out. And I did take the thumb off, so that's why it's missing one. And here you have the stock configuration of Swoop in arm mode, but as you can see, this is pretty ugly. So This just allows you to have basically a double jointed elbow, kind of, sort of, just so you can do this. But me personally, I really don't care about that because, you know, I'm just waiting for that upgrade kit. I'll put it down somewhere, but I like to rotate it the other way. Yeah, and this is why I need to tighten this guy up, because they don't like to stay tabbed in. So rotate the hand around, and there you go. This is how I do it. And that, to me, just looks a little bit better because it's a little bulkier right here, and there we go. So, yeah, we'll get into articulation and stuff like that when we get to Volcanicus. But, yeah, this is the way I do it. So, if you want to do it this way, or you could do it the other way. But anyway, so let's get into robot mode now. So, basically, he is transformed. Rotate his waist back, bring this section down, bring the combiner port down, take this down, take his wings. I like to rotate him up like this, untab his arms, and flip his hands out, which are kind of hard to do. They're on little ratchets, which is kind of funny, but I mean, at least they're not loose. So do that with the other side. Ah, come on, I don't have nails right now. Ah, come on, get in there. There we go. All right, cool. So there you have Swoop in his robot mode, and I mean, I think his robot mode is my favorite out of all the Dinobots, just because it looks good and it's proportioned. So yeah, this is the one thing I really don't know what is going on. See how his head is crooked? You can't, like, move it, so it's like, what? So yeah, Swoop's the depressed one, so he's just like, oh, I'm so sad, rip me, my life sucks. So there you have that. Let's get in closer on the head sculpt. It's pretty good for Swoop. Here, yeah, come on, don't focus on my fingers, focus on Swoop. Okay, so there we go. Looks good. Got nice blue eyes, and you just see all the details. It looks really good. So, and something you can do, I'll just take one of these. He does come with the prime armor thing, which is the hands, and you can do this. I gotta remember how to do this. I think it's just, I really don't remember how to do it on Swoop. Okay, basically, you're supposed to be able to put this on him. But, you know, I really don't know. Oh, okay, that's weird. So you put it right here, and where's the other side? There you go. All right. And there is Swoop with his, prime armor. So, yeah, looks completely stupid, but, you know, he's got a chest plate, so that's cool, I guess. So yeah, so you just unpeg that, and I'll show you more so what you can do with the hands and feet later, but for right now, we'll just save that. So here you go, and Swoop also does come with a sword. His little red sword, which is kind of cool. I like it. So you just put that in his hand, and oh, well, okay. He's gonna fight me, so go figure. Alrighty. So yeah, he can hold his sword, and boom. So, alright, for articulation, throw his sword off to the side. His head is, I think, on a ball joint, but it's really stiff, so you really don't get a whole lot of movement. You can turn it all the way around, but it's still crooked, but, you know, whatever. Arms can do a full 360, but the wings do get in the way. You got an upper bicep swivel. You got an elbow joint, 90 degrees, and nothing at the wrist except inward, but that's more so for transformation. Legs can go all the way up. They can go all the way back. You have just over 90 degrees bend at the knee, and you can pivot his toes up and down, but that really doesn't do anything. And his wings, you can angle the wings however you want. You can have him totally like that. You see you got hinges back here, so you can move it down. You can move it all the way up for whatever reason and have, hey look, he's trying to mimic Omega Supreme. Haha, jokes. So yeah, you can do that to fold them up a little bit more. You can angle them back or whatever you want to do. I usually do this, like just have them angled back a little bit, just because I think it looks a little cool. So yeah, there's that. So there you have it. There's Swoop. So I don't know if I think I know what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I'm already almost 20 minutes in, and I still have 4 more to go. Okay, this is gonna be a long video, but anyway, so I'll probably transform Swoop back into arm mode real quick, just because I had an idea. Because I know how I want to do this now, so flip his hands back in. Yeah, I really, just a little personal note, I really don't care how the robot and dino modes look, because I don't have them displayed differently. I have them displayed in Volcanicus mode, so yeah, I just worry about the combined mode, honestly, with these. I did want the Planet X Dinobots, but I only have Grimlock, but you know, the others were kind of expensive and money's a little tight right now, but hey, whatever. Alright, so Swoop, arm mode. Okay, so he's ready. So we will do the other Wave 1 Deluxe Dinobot, which is Slug, or should be known as Slag, but you know, people in the UK, it's slang or whatever. Thank you, Frozen, for informing me of that, or Audistic, one of you two. One of you two did. I'll give you both credit, yeah. So, anyway, so here he is in this little Triceratops mode. Pretty nice. It's not the worst thing I've seen, but, I mean, it looks good for what it is, and, yeah, so, there you have that. He does come with one of these. He's got his little shotgun thing, so you do have a port up here if you want to store it, and have that going on. You can plug it into his dino thigh and have that going on, or right here. I apologize if you hear anything outside. It's like thunderstorming, and you can do that, whatever. So put that off to the side, and yeah, that's what he comes with, and I think we will just get straight into combine mode. But you can move his front arms all the way, front and backwards if you want to. They're on little ratchet joints. And the back legs I think they can move. Yeah, they can move all the way. So you have that, and then you can do this, but that's more so for transformation. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to go into arm mode, and then robot mode, and then I'm going to go back into leg mode, because that's how I like to have... No. Who do I like? Yeah, Slug's going to be an arm, so never mind, I'm going to go straight into leg mode. Which basically to do with that, flip his tail up, take this, there's a little nub right there. Right there. And it's going to go into this little slot right there. So you just want to kick that up, get that in there on both sides, and make sure that's in place. Now you want to rotate the arms bring them back, and there's a little slot right there, and there's a little tab right there. So you bring that back, and it will tab in right there. Do that on both sides. And I'm so sorry. This is going to be a long video. Trust me, I'm already dreading it. And you want to take the Triceratops head, bring it back. There's a little thing right here that'll go into this little groove right up there. So bring that up, and then you flip up the combiner port and grab a foot. There's a little hole right there. Plug it in, and there you go. There is Slug as a leg, which you're going to see something very similar to this later because same mold. So yeah. Anyway, there he is in leg mode. So cool. So we'll take that off, and now we will go into robot mode so we can get that over with, and I can turn him back into arm mode so I can just put him on Volcanicus. So here we go. Update my computer because iTunes decided to finally update, and now my computer's dying. Oh yeah, and by the way, I just updated my modded consoles, so I will be back on Autistic Fear very soon. So stay tuned for videos like that. And here we go. Untap this. And a little cool little thing. It's like one of those back in the day, the auto transformations. If you wait to bring these back up, bring these down, and it flips down the little heel spurs. So you got those, and you just want to hold them down and then just rotate the leg back up, basically that nub back in that place again. So you just want to rotate, bring it the rest of the way down, flip the legs up, and flip them this way, and get that nub to tab in, and there you go. And then you just want to flip down the little Triceratops tail, make sure his body's good. Alrighty, and then you want to flip out his hands, which are back here. They will. Alright, there we go. So, get those out. And I wish these guys were painted a little bit better, but, you know, they're Dinobot colors, so no real complaints. Now you want to bring this all the way up until it clicks into place, and then you want to flip down the Triceratops head, and there's his head. So, yeah. So there he is. There's Slag, whatever you want to call him, in his robot mode, and it looks alright. I really wish he would have had his little wings like this section, like Sludge does, but, you know, I guess just for sake of transformation, they couldn't do that. So, anyway, so going over, here is his head. His head is on a swivel, so you can move it. I'm not going to move it because it's really hard to do. I wish they would have painted his face gray, just so you could actually see it, because it's just black, but whatever. And same thing, he comes with an arm as well. So let me bring that in. And his prime armor, you just flip this little port down and plug it right into his chest, and boom. He's got a chest plate, and it still looks really stupid, but you know, whatever. And one thing I forgot to show off in Swoop, you can take this little silver or clear piece, and it is like a little pistol. So he can hold the little pistol, and he can go pew 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 pew. Yeah, so you can do that. And as I said earlier, he does have his and if you did want to store this on his back, you can just plug it there, and boom. And then just like on all the Dinobots, you got little Titan Master ports, Prime Master ports, whatever. So you can put little Titan Masters on them if you want to. So yeah, and you can store it on Swoop. There are little tabs right here that you can maneuver on the wings and everything, so I forgot to show that off, but maybe at the end. But yeah, you can store it. And take his gun, so he can hold his gun, so he can go pew pew bang boom. So yeah, there we have that. Alright, so head is on a swivel. You can move it side to side. I just really don't want to right now. His arms can do a full 360 just like in Dino mode. Arms can go back and forward 90 degrees. And he does have a bicep swivel. And arms, nothing at the wrist. You can flip it down, but that's for transformation. Legs can go out this far, all the way forward, basically all the way back. He does have a thigh rotation, and you can just do under 90 degrees of bend at the knee, and nothing at the toes because there's just one solid piece. But yeah, there you go. And you can move the little Triceratops horns. I like to keep them like this just so they poke out enough. And yeah, that is basically it for Slag in his robot mode. So let's get him into our mode like I'm gonna have him. So you want to flip his hands in, flip this up, cover his face. You want to untab this, the frill. Oh, it's hard to do sometimes, but yeah. And you do want to put it in this little groove right there again. You can put it into two of them if you want. There's one back here, and there's one right here. I like to put it in the one back here just so it gives him his shoulder, Volcanicus' shoulder, a little good. Here's his port. You do want to rotate the arms again back into the same way it does for leg mode, and tab them in on the side. And that'll lock that into place. And now you want to rotate. Again, you can do this. This is how they have the stock configuration with this pointing forward, and you just take the arm and plug it on and flip the fingers out. So you have that, and that's the stock configuration for arm mode. But I personally don't like how this looks, so I do the same thing I do with swoop. Rotate that, rotate it the other way, and I just like how that looks a little bit better. It's a lot cleaner. So yeah, there's Slug in arm mode, and this is how I'm gonna display him. So now we will get into the legs. So here we go with Sludge. He is a brontosaurus, a patasaurus, whatever you want. He's a long neck dinosaur. I like Sludge. I just wish his tail was a little bit bigger and you could do more with his head, but he is basically the exact same mold as Slag, but just minor differences. You can see the similarities, basically the arms, except the lower parts are the same. The back, the feet are definitely the same. The tail is almost the same, but it's not. But yeah, there he is. And his mouth can open and close about that much. Then you just got some details. In Dino mode, the head can rotate. If you want him to die, then you can do that. But it does rotate. That's more so for transformation. But yeah, so there we have that. And same articulation as Slug, so you just saw him, so he's good. So I have him in leg mode, so I'm going to go ahead and get him into arm mode and robot mode. So to do arm mode, you want to split his tail. I need to move over here so you guys can see. Oh, okay. Thank you to the one person watching me right now. So you want to untab the tail and get that out of the way, and then you want to untab the legs. And for arm mode, you want to do the same thing like Slug. Just have this, and you can tab the arms back in, or the tail, arms, yeah. I'm tired, I'm sorry. And with Sludge, there's a little part right here. It took me forever to figure this out. So you want to rotate his arms backwards, and there's a little hole right there that you want to line this up, and that'll tab that into place. So yeah, it took me so long to freaking find that out, but now I'm glad I found it out. And you want to take his head back, and there's a little thing right here that'll go into this. Oh, shoot. Yeah, and that happens a lot, so you want to bring that down. You can leave it like this, or you can rotate the head like this. Me personally, I do this just because it looks better, but yeah, that's just me. And this is how I told you I have Slug. So yeah, I'm not gonna remove the thumb on this one, but they do come with 2 thumbs, so you can alternate which hand. So there you have Sludge in his arm mode. But the stock configuration is exactly like this, and you just want to move the legs up and the little nubs because they have the same things as Slug. So yeah, get those tabbed in, and boom, there's the stock configuration. Stock configuration, yeah, there we go. So you have that, but me personally, when I don't have him in arm mode, but when I did, I do it like that. So, and as you can see, very, very similar. Basically, everything from the waist down is exactly the same, except the dino feet and the tails. But yeah, there you go. Very similar. That's why I like to have one as the leg and one as an arm, so they're different. All right, so let's just remove that, and let's get into robot mode. So you want to go into robot mode, flip it like this, bring his head up, tab that in, and then bring it back, and close that up, and there's his head. So you want to bring his arms down, rotate them, so the dino feet are facing forward, and his hands flip out just like Slug's. So bring it out, and what I do like about Sludge, you can split this section. You want to bring the arms up just to get some clearance. Yay! Bring him back, and he's got his little wings, and I like how that looks. I wish they could have done that with Slug, whatever. And the same thing with the little heel spurs back here. You just want to bring them down and then put the feet back, and there you go. And do the same thing. So we have that, and now we are good. So there you go, and you got the dino head. You can move it like this if you want to, just to get it out of the way. I think that is how you properly transform him, because they got a little groove in his butt for that, but cool. So there you have that. There is Sludge in his robot mode, and yeah, he's got basically the same articulation as Slag, but his head, yeah, exact same as on Slag, so I'm not going to bother doing it, just so I can speed this up a little bit. And he does come with the exact same gun as Slug did, so yeah. He can hold it, and pew pew, boom, kill everything. But he gets killed in FOC, haha. So you take the Prime Armor, you can flip it up, do the same thing just like on Slug, and boom, chest piece. So yeah, there's that. Still looks stupid, but hey, whatever. And there you go. So now we will get him into leg mode. So basically, to get him into leg mode, you want to transform him back into dino mode. And we'll do that real quick. So I hope all of you are doing good. I'm sorry I haven't really had time to be on YouTube. The last 2 videos I did were, I did want to do those just to get those out of the way and everything. Flip up the heel spurs. And I have made it to, last time I checked was, I think, a day or so ago. We hit, my channel hit 115 subscribers. So again, I want you guys to vote in the poll, or just comment down below in the 100 subscriber special video vote thing, and let me know what you guys want to see. So bring the tail up and put the legs in the nub, and flip the arms down, and rotate them around and basically put them back into these spots right here, and we will be done with this. So now you want to take the dino head section, untab this, and it's gonna go just like it did in arm mode. And I like to have the neck like this. You can do it like this. The instructions actually tell you to do it like this, but I think that looks stupid, and I just have it like this. So there you go. Flip out the combiner port, all the way up. Yep, and take a foot, and there's a hole just like in Slug, and plug him on. I'm gonna do the other foot because it fits on him a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. All right, so there you have Sludge in his leg mode, and it's basically identical to Snarls, or not Snarls, Slugs. But anyway, there you go, leg mode. Yay! So we got him ready, and now my personally, at least in Dino mode, my least favorite, Snarl. He is a Stegosaurus. It looks good from here. Here looks great, but then, just, I wish they would have made it flow a little bit more and had it, like, have his tail out to, like, there or something. But, you know, that still looks stupid. But anyway, so we'll get into his dino mode. So yeah, he doesn't have a mouth, so you can't move the mouth, just the way how it transforms. But yeah, he is a Stegosaurus. I mean, it looks alright, again, from this way. But anyway, he's got his plates. These two up here can move if you wish. That's more so for transformation, but yeah. Articulation, these can go all the way, and so can these, and there's a little hinge. We're resuming. Okay, cool. Sorry, my girlfriend called me. She's at school right now, and I just wanted to make sure she was all right. So there we go, and there's a little hinge if you want to do this to give him a little more oomph, but that's more so for transformation. So bring that back, and there we go. So, and nothing at the tail. So, we are going to go into arm mode, and you want to untab this section up here, bring these down. You want to untab, we still going? All right, now, sorry, my aunt called me now, like, just one thing after another. I don't know. So you want to split the dino head, bring them down, and you want to get these sections out. This is a real pain in the butt to do, but you know, we'll get through it. There we go. And you just want to flip these out. And put his legs back together. And you want to flip this section down, bring this down, and kind of want to sandwich this in. And put the dino head back together and tab it in right there. And make sure it all goes into place. So yeah, there you go. And you want to flip up the combiner port. The legs, you want to rotate these sections up here, bring them up there, and this section will go, you want to rotate there's a little slot right there, and that's going to go in that tab. So tab that together, same thing on this side, rotate it around, tab it in, and you can split the tail if you want to have that going on for the arm. And again, the stock configuration is like this, but I do it like this, so yeah. You can angle these out like this if you want, or just keep them up. I like to keep them up, and I like to keep the tail together, just so you can have this going on, and it just makes his shoulder a little bit better, but you know, whatever. And here you go. Here is his prime armor thing. His is weird because it has this peg painted, and it's just like, why do you need that? So I don't know, but anyway, here you go. Arm, boom, there you go. So now we're going to get into robot mode. So to do that, we will flip this around, flip the combiner port, flip this back, and split the legs. Okay, and flip this back up, and then flip these back like that, and boom. And you want to flip the head up, you want to split the tail, flip the head up, put that in there, and tab that back into place, and boom. And then you want to flip out his hands. And there is Snarl in his robot mode. So there you go. And there you have that. So his robot mode I like. I still prefer Swoop over everybody, but I think this guy is my second favorite. But yeah. Anyway, there he is, and he comes with a clear sword. So yeah, there you have that. And he can hold it, and he can chop some people up. Bring that back, and again, prime armor you can put right there, and it looks totally stupid. And I don't think you can store it on the back, actually, so this guy you can't. But anyway, articulation wise, you can do a full 360, but the tail gets in the way. Bicep swivel, 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. Legs can go out all the way, so you can basically do the full splits. Legs go all the way forward and all the way back. You got a thigh rotation, and you have just under 90 degrees of bend at the knee, and it can go both ways if you want to break his knee, and nothing at the feet. So, and his head is on a ball joint, so you can do whatever you want to with that. So there you go. And yep, there you go. There is Snarl in his robot mode. So now let's get him into leg mode, as I will be displaying him for Volcanicus. So bring the combiner port up. I like to keep the legs, or not the legs, but the tail closed. Just, it looks better to me. Now you want to open these panels back, and you want to basically transform him back into Dino mode. Tab that together. You want to rotate this back just like in arm mode. Tab that in. And there you go. And now flip. Nope, you don't have to flip anything out this time. So bring this down, and you just want to sandwich that in. So tap. This is the part I hate, but all right, tab the dino head, and there's a little slot. It'll go in there again, so do that. And there you go. There is foot mode for Snarl, and you just plug it in to the bottom of his butt, neck, whatever, and there you have Snarl in leg mode. And you can move this out if you want, but me personally, I like to keep him up just to have that spiked look. But anyway, there you go, and there he is in leg mode. So now, without further ado, let's get into Grimlock. So he is going to be the chest of Volcanicus, so there you have that. I'm trying to hurry this along. I'm sorry if it's a little crappy, but I just don't want to be here for too long, and I don't want to waste your guys' time. So yeah, this is his T-Rex mode. It's not the best I've seen, because I base everything off of Planet X's FOC Grimlock, and that was freaking perfect almost. So yeah, it's but anyway, still looks pretty cool. And the T-Rex head can go up and go down, and His jaw can open really wide. That's more so for a little gimmick later. Oh, and I do want to point this out. This is a repro label. The sticker on the original, it was so lopsided on mine, and it was just too small, so I decided to put a bigger one, because this will be the chest of Volcanicus. So yeah, I did put that. And you just got some stickers going on and everything like that, and it's alright. And there's this chest, but yeah. His little dino arms they're on a ball joint, so you can move that. Legs are on ratchets, so you can do whatever, and you have 2 joints to work with there. And the tail can move up and down, but it'll untab things, and the tip of the tail don't do anything. It can do this, but that's more so for transformation. And you have Titan Master ports and all that stuff. So, and he does come with the feet, so I'm not gonna take him off the guys, but you can plug him onto him and look stupid. But anyway, so let's just get this guy into robot mode, because it's easier to go into combined mode from there. So what you want to do is untab this section, and there's tabs on his thighs, and I never knew this, and there's a thing right in there to tab that in. I never knew that until this morning, so I'm kind of glad I was told to do this review, because I never would have guessed it. So, and I usually don't read the instructions. I like to figure it out on myself, and I've seen reviews of these guys many times, so yeah. Oh, and I do want to show you a little fan mode. The players of FOC on Xbox 360 will surely know. So, we'll take the dino head and flip that back for now. I like to take his arms and rotate them like this, just so they kind of poke up a little bit from his wings. But anyway, you want to flip his hands out. They're ridiculous to get out. Well, at least on that side. And you want to take the tail, you want to take this section and collapse it up on a double hinge and tab it in there, and then there you go. Flip the tail, tips back, and split the legs. And there you go. There is Grimlock in his robot mode. So, yeah. His proportions are a little off, but whatever. And he don't have feet. He's just got nubs, so that's another thing. It's hard to pose him sometimes because of that, but you know, you get over it. I just kind of end up. I try to do it like this, but it just doesn't work. But anyway, so yeah, there he is. He looks cool. Let's get up close on the head sculpt. It's a Grimlock head sculpt, so looks all right. And you know, you can just flip the dino head down just to clean that up a little bit. And now for the little fan mode, the players of Transformers Fall of Cybertron on the Xbox 360 will understand. Bring the dino head back up, and you have Ryu mode. That is apparently the best Titan on FOC on the 360 and PC and whatever. But yeah, he started a trend because in the Grimlock design in FOC, in multiplayer, once you progress to a certain level, you can put his dino head on his normal head, and it looks completely stupid, and people that use those heads are, oh my god, I hate it. But yeah, so this is Ryu mode, and yeah, it's a little Easter egg for all of you FOC fans out there. So yeah, there you have that. It looks completely stupid, just like in the game, but hey, no shots fired or anything. So, alright, he does come with the feet, so he doesn't come with anything else, so let's just get straight into combined mode. So, his articulation, real quick though, is he has a ball joint head, so do some wiggly waggly. Arms can do a full 360 on a nice little ratchet, and you got a double jointed elbow, more so for transformation. You got a bicep swivel. Legs can go all the way out, a little higher actually. They can go all the way forward, all the way back. He does have waist rotation. All of them do have waist rotation, just pointing that out. You got 90 degrees of bend at the knee on a nice ratchet. And nothing at the wrist except inward, but yeah, that's basically it. So, without further ado, let's get into Volcanicus mode. So, you want to bring the dino head up. You want to untab this section, rotate, oh shoot, rotate his waist. You want to split his legs, and you want to bring this piece down. That's going to be the combined mode crotch. You want to take the legs, angle them like this, so they're like this, and these two tabs will go into these two slots right here. Just tab that into place, and there you go. Now for the arms, bring them up like this. There's a little tab that'll go into a slot right there. This tab will go in there. So you want to rotate this, bring this all the way back, and there is another little tab right here that'll go into this slot right there. So you want to get that lined up. Oh, you do want to flip the hands in. My bad. And you just want to angle that in there so it tabs in, and tab that slot in, and rotate the little dino hand like that. And that's how I display them. And there you have one side all done. So do the same thing on this side. Yep, there we go. And flip this out. And now you want to flip this section down. We'll move this red piece and flip out the combined mode head, bring this down, and that'll sit in there like that. So there you have Grimlock in Volcanicus mode. So it looks cool. I like it. There is an upgrade kit, so I can't wait for that to come out. And without further ado, we're just going to prepare Volcanicus real quick. So with the leftover prime armors, what I like to do is take one side, flip this finger up, leave this, so you want it like that, okay? And do the same thing on the other side. Flip these up at an angle, all right, and what I like to do is take the blasters from Sludge and Snarl, or Slug, and put them into the little holes on the thumbs. And there are little ports right there that you want to just plug these into. It takes a minute to get them in there, but once you get them in there, you want to close the finger up and just angle this however you want, and the back one just can rest there and hold it in place. Do the same thing on the other side, and this is not the official transformation. The prime armor into the sides, yes, you can do. That is the official thing you can do with them. But this little bit right here with the guns, I kind of came up with myself. I didn't see anybody with this, so if there is somebody that has done it before me, I am sorry, I did not see it. So, kudos to you if you found it before I did. So, you just got that, and it just fills out the chest a little bit more. So now, without further ado, let's get him combined up. So, you want to take Snarl, and just like Combiner Wars, slide that in there, and that'll slide in there. Take Sludge, put him in there, nice and secure like. And so now you have a little base, so he's standing, and you want to take Slag, whatever, put him in there, and take Swoop and put him up in there, and make sure that is all oriented properly. What is going on with this side? Come on, there you go. Alright, and there you guys have it. There is my little version of Volcanicus, and I don't know why that is being so stupid right now, because he was fine earlier when I had him all combined. So there you have it. There is Volcanicus in his combined mode. So that's how I like to have him. I have the Wave 1 Deluxes as his arms, and then Wave 2 are his legs. And it looks cool. There's three upgrade kits. Two from perfect effect, which I was originally going to get, but then TF Dreamwave is putting one out, and that just looks godly, so I'm going to go for that one. And there you go. But the only thing is, he's kind of hollow, but you know, whatever. He has some weight to him, but really not that much. So as for articulation in combined mode, the head is on a swivel, so it can go side to side. The arms can do a full 360 on a nice ratchet, but I don't like doing it because it untabs everything. And then you got the waist swivel, so you got that on this side in this configuration. You can move the hands. The thumbs are on a ball joint, and the fingers are just on a pin. You do have waist rotation, and legs can go. You got a knee bend as deep as you can, and you can angle the thighs however you like. I just leave it like that just so it supports his weight. And you have ratchet ankle tilt, so you can totally have him in a decent pose, but again, mine's really loose, so I'm not even going to bother with it. But yeah, so I haven't found any place to put the swords that come with Snarl and Swoop, but I'm still looking. You can just put them in here if you want. I'm just not going to do it. And you do have the little thumbs on the others. I've taken them out. They're just on ball joints, so you can pop them off. One thing that does come with Grimlock is the little Enigma combination. So it's like a little Titan Master. So if you have a Titan Master body, you can plop it on the head and it looks creepy. But yeah, so you can, with this, you can put it in the little arms and the feet. There's little places so you can put Prime Masters and stuff, but basically it's supposed to, you want to go in his dino head, and there's a little tab right here, and in there is a little slot, so I like to just put it in there, put it in his mouth, and collapse that up as much as I can, and then collapse it against the body, and he's got the little Dinobot Enigma, and that is my Volcanicus. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. It's almost an hour long, so we're right at 58 minutes, so yeah, there's that. So this is how I configure mine, so if you guys want to do it like me, go for it. I really don't care. It's your figures. Do whatever you want with them. You can split the Snarl's legs, or tail. I just like it like this, so yeah, there is Volcanicus in all of his glory. So I am going to get the Dreamwave upgrade kit eventually whenever it comes out, just to make this guy a whole lot cooler. But see, this is where my tongue stops working. Alright, so there you guys have it. There is the Power of the Primes, Dinobots, and Volcanicus. And it is better than The Beast, as Frozen has brought to my attention. But yeah, there you go. There they are. I reviewed all the individual ones, so if I missed anything, just let me know in the comments below, nicely, please. And there you go. There you have Volcanicus, and I do want you guys to stay tuned, because this guy is coming tomorrow. My boy Megsy. Can't wait. Another thing, I am going to buy another one of this summer maybe, and repaint it in Galvatron colors, because I did that on my main account on FOC. I'm a color modder, so I'm gonna repaint that into Galvatron, because I really wish Planet X would have done that, but you know, I'll do it myself. So there you guys go. And as always, hope you've enjoyed this video. If you ever want to be in a future FOC video, comment down below, message me, just get in contact with me. And as always, guys, like, comment, and subscribe really helps me out. And go vote for that 100 subscriber special thing. And until I see you guys in the next video, from myself and all the Dinobots and Volcanicus and Megs, take it easy, guys.